that we see in a real-time scenarios is a Docker container that is failing to start or experiencing high resource usage. So why this is and where to troubleshoot? What are the troubleshooting scenarios? First thing is that we need to check with the logs of a container. So the logs where we can troubleshoot if there are any issue with the Docker container, and this can be done using the command docker logs and the respective container id. So using this we can initially troubleshoot if there are any issue with respect to the docker log, and if you want to get a live streaming of the logs you can use docker logs -f. And later, if you are not if a container fails to start, looks for a specific errors in the logs related to the configuration issues, or if there are any missing dependencies, we will go for that. And later, to check the status of the container in a more detailed, like about its health or the configuration or the potential failures, we used to go for the inspect. That means we need to check the health and all that. So for that we will be going with the command docker inspect and the respective container id, and this will let us know the state of a container, whether it is running or stopped or restarting, and the resource usage like cpu or a memory. And if you want to check in detail about a resource usage, we can check that. To check the resource usages, we will go for docker stats and the respective container id. So this will give us a live stream of a container resource usage like a cpu, memory, network, or what is the input output, all that respective scenarios. And to know in detail about our limits, resource limits, how much cpu utilization was given and all that, so we will be going with docker inspect the container id and followed by the respective grep command memory. So this will help us to know in a service, in a docker compose file, what is the resource limit that was given for memory. And later we need to check in detail about a system logs. So this particular system logs we used to check at a daemon and a system logs. And to do this, we generally go for checking of a daemon logs. We used to go for journal ctl -u and the respective docker dot service. And on a system logs, for any potential out of a memory, we will be going with grep -i out of memory exception. And later, if there are any of a networking issues, check for that networking issues as well. To check that, docker network inspect and followed by the network name. Instead of a container array, we need to provide the network name. So these are the basic steps that we need to do for troubleshooting of our container if it is failing or experiencing any of a high resource utilizations.